We are live again Tuesday evening. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to try and go into my other YouTube, pull up the pop-up chat so I can see everybody. Go into my other YouTube, pull up the pop-up chat so I can see everybody. Go into my other YouTube, pull up the pop-up chat so I can see everybody. Go into my other. All right. Let me call up the pop-up. There's the pop-up. And put that in there. And we'll get the StreamYard link. And okay, there should be the link. And all right, that should be good now. I can see the pop-ups. Hold on. Okay, pop-up is there. StreamYard is there. Link is there. So we should be okay to talk and chat and see who's there. Hey, Drifty. What's going on? Here comes Mr. Dr. Olson. What's up, Matty? How'd you make out with Mason today?
Plus minus.
Yeah. What were you running?
Well, Mason came by and he dropped off the 394 for Junkyard, and he thinks that thing's a beast.
Yep. Hey, Mick.
Yo.
Hey, Mick.
Yo, how you doing?
So
good. Hold on.
Well, but the 262 broke a starter pulley. So he went to start it and the pulley friggin' broke.
Oh, there you go. Hey, James. Mr. Faustus here. Welcome.
Hey, James.
Mick,
I am assuming you're on your way to work?
Bit of a long story about that one. Just driven about 2 hours to get all the way to work, got to work, and then rang my controller up to see what operator I had on my train tonight. And 20 minutes ago, he rang in. He's now self-isolating, shift cancelled, homeward bound, hammer down.
Well, health first, right?
Health first, yeah. Here goes my oppos. They're going home as well. That's lovely. Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is. There'll be lots more of it. That's the problem with key workers, right? You know, we're out in it, so they're going to get caught up in it. Simple as that.
Yeah. It was good seeing Riley boy today.
Yeah, it was great to get. I mean, do you know what, Ken? That sun was absolutely blissful today. It was out. It was nice and warm. T-shirt weather, and little Riley boy was out in the garden, sunning himself, playing on his swings. My other kids were out in the garden with some weights because they're very health conscious, unlike me, and they're out in the garden lifting weights and doing pull-ups and what have you, and yeah, just doing what they can do just to keep their brain stimulated. So it's all good.
That's good.
It's all good.
It's good. Good to see it.
They could have stimulated their brains and given me a hand to fix some mowers. That would have been nice.
Maddie, I saw you eating before.
Soup by my wife.
We had chicken tacos here.
Oh, lovely. I had chicken pasta with potatoes and leeks.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, with melted cheese on the top. Yeah, beautiful.
We had our first 4 now cases of the COVID-19 in my town, and from what I'm understanding, what the majority of the people worked in New York City, commuting. So New York City is sort of like a hotbed for that virus now, according to what they're telling us.
Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know what, Ken? It's everywhere, buddy. It's absolutely everywhere. Just put a pair of gloves on. Even if you go down to the local market, put a pair of gloves on. Don't touch nothing. Anything you bring home, wipe it down. Keep yourself clean. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
we're about half the people where I work, at Sikorsky, there are taking like voluntary week off. They'll let you take a week off and like no points, no pay, and just stay healthy. That's all. So a lot of them are taking advantage of it, which is good. You don't see a lot more people in the shop than we used to, so that's good.
Yeah. You just gotta use your common sense, right? I was driving around today just to go pick up some essentials, and they were just essentials. And then people were queuing up in a pharmacy, and they were like 3.5 meters apart. The queue was about a quarter mile long. Everyone was patient. Everyone was doing their bit. It's good to see. That's what it takes.
Yeah, one thing I noticed now, though, usually when I come home from work, there's usually tons of traffic southbound going to New York City, and now I can get home 5 minutes earlier because there's nobody on the road anymore. It's crazy. 4 in the afternoon, and the roads are like bare.
It's the same. It's the same here. Although I predominantly work nights. I think I've passed about 6 cars in about 2 hours. Literally, there's no one.
What do you see up there, Matt? Do you see a lot in like no more traffic or what?
It's still pretty active.
Is it?
It's still pretty active out here. But I'm not going out much. I'm really trying not to go out much. Mason came by today, but it's not like we're touching each other. So, but we got a load. I got 2 loads of chips today. Those guys are still out there trimming trees. So I got a load of chips from my yard, one for the neighbor. Nice oak chips, brand, beautiful. So very excited about that. But those guys came and wanted to shake my hand, and I'm like, no, are you crazy?
I know. In fact, today I met somebody at work for the first time, and he had actually come. I think he's from like Pakistan or somewhere in the Middle East over there, and he's a new engineer, and he's working on some of the machines that I service. And I handed out my hand. He shook my hand, and also we're looking at each other like, "Should he have done that?" But it's odd though. Now, even shaking someone's hand, you're like, "Should I have done that?"
Well, it's the same here. The railway crews, the boys on the track. We're quite a communal bunch of lads. We go out and we have a beer together, and we're very communal. And what we're doing at the moment is we're bumping elbows or just tapping feet. Because we normally give high fives and shake hands and pats on the back. So the boys are being really clever, and they're just tapping toes together just to say hi, just to show respect, because they are a very respectful bunch of people. And they're using the common sense. When you've got 50 people in the same environment, you've got to keep your distance and keep yourself to yourself.
Yep. Yeah. I never realized how much we do touch people. It's kind of strange.
Well, I think that's part of the reason why Italy have got it the way they've got it, is because they're very communal. Very close proximity. They do the old European kiss on the cheek going on.
Yep.
And I think that's why they copped it so hard, is because of the close contact. At the moment, my wife won't even let me touch her. I'm like, God's sake, when we're in the same house, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be a problem.
I know, same here. But every time my daughter's walking around rubbing all the doorknobs and everything, and all right, now guys, be ready. Here comes Scott, so be ready. All right, Mr. Keller. What's going on, brother?
It's called just waking up.
Yep.
Can't you tell?
I would say nice hairdo, right?
That's right. This is called the 5 o'clock whip.
What, are you working night, Scott, or what?
Yeah, that's when we roll.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. Busy night coming up, or what?
Every night's a busy night when you got double trailers.
How many miles you got to put on tonight?
650.
Yeah, wow. That's a night. Mick, you said you're on your way home?
No, I'm
Yes, mate.
I'm
Yeah,
just-
you might lose me off. You might lose me off and on, but yeah, I'm on my way home. I've got about an hour to go.
What were you saying, Scott?
I said, yeah, tonight's the fun night. Albany to Buffalo to back down to Syracuse, and it's all over.
What do you do, I-90, or which way do you go?
Yeah, I go 90.
Yeah, I like the 90 is a great road. They keep that road beautiful, especially in the wintertime. Beautiful road. I guess if you get hired toward Albany and the politicians, you better have a good-looking road, right?
No, because I go up 88. I go up 88 out of Binghamton, and you know how they fix the roads there? They put a sign there, rough road. Hey, the road's fixed. We'll spend $20 on a road and build a bridge that says Cuomo on it, and the hell with a rural country mountain road.
Yeah. But I do enjoy, though, I listen to CBS Radio, which is the news station in New York, and they very rarely call it the Cuomo Bridge. We all call it the Tappan Zee. Everybody knows it as the Tappan Zee Bridge. I refuse to call it the Cuomo Bridge, you know.
I call it the socialist bridge.
So, Maddie, how'd you make out with the sauce today?
Well, the 394 runs like crazy, so I'm basically going to be good to go on that. I'm going to go live here in a minute and pull them off and see where it goes. Should be good. And then we'll send that on down to Junkyard. There he is. Himself.
There's Jason. Brother.
So,
What's up, guys? How are you? Long time no see, man.
So we're gonna change out the starter. Not the recoil, it's the pulley. Starter pulley. So I gotta get that changed out. I gotta finish up a 372 carcass for Larry, and I also had a request for parts from another guy today. So been a busy day.
What time you going on, Maddie? It's about 7 now.
Yeah, whenever later. Sometime.
Right.
I don't know.
All right, I'll be on. And like I said, we got Mr. Faust out there, so shout out to Mr. Faust, who's recovering. He's had a lot of work done in the past couple of weeks, so a shout out to James. Oh, we lost Jason.
Ugh. Yes, I
No,
see you,
there's two
Mr. Bridge.
Hey, yeah, where are the dogs, Scott?
Oh, they're we got Chowhound going on.
Yeah.
Mr. Chowhound going on. And there's Mr. Briggs. Come here,
Here
Mr.
comes
Briggs.
Jason. All right, Jason's back.
Yeah, you know what? I'm in a parking lot. I'm meeting somebody to sell a lawnmower, so I don't know if my reception is the greatest or not.
All right,
gonna
gotta make the money.
And let Jason talk. You guys, we'll see you on later, maybe.
All right, I'll check you out later, man. Thank you.
Right back in the chat. It's too much. So
I'll see you
have a
later,
good one,
Matt.
guys. Later.
All right, Matt, we'll see you. I know Maddie was saying when he's looking at the chat and there's more than 4 or 5, it's real choppy. I mean, sometimes it does, but I mean, yesterday, Mick, you and I were talking how it was fairly decent. It wasn't bad last night. But yeah, that whole thing, Jason. Oh, who's mute?
You know what? I am. You guys are cutting in and out. So let me go to the chat, and then
Can't hear
when
it.
I get home from this, I'll join when I get home.
All right, because I said if I'm not on, Maddie Olson will be on. Jason, either way.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get the. That's better. Mick, can you hear me? Because your picture's like solid. Oh, he's gone. All right. Now it's me and Scott.
This is crazy, man. It's like everybody's
I don't
dropping
know.
like
I don't know if
flies.
it's a bad connection or what.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, here comes Mick back. Well, Mick, I guess he went to Mick. I guess Mick went to go to work and stuff. Can you hear us now, Mick? think that's
Yeah, I
good
gotta-
that.
Yeah, I can't wait till I get my oil boiler filled tonight.
That's better. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's it. I've changed to a better phone. So
What are you saying, Scott, about oil?
Yeah, my oil boiler, the guy hasn't showed up. He's 3 days late, and I ran out of oil, so hell, I can't even take a shower.
No. boy.
Unless I want to jump in a cold shower.
Well, you can. It's just cold.
I ain't taking no cold shower.
you not got a hose pipe in the yard?
Well, see, I don't have a hot water tank. I heat my water with
Let's try.
the boiler.
Okay. Yeah, I
Short tank.
have domestic hot water and furnace. Oh, okay. Mine comes right off the furnace.
No. My boiler's from 1929.
I wasn't
Wow.
born then.
Was it steam? Wow.
Oil. Hot water baseboard.
Yeah, that's what I got. Yep.
I got the old cast iron radiators running around.
Oh, there you go. They hold heat pretty good.
I lay on top
What
of
do you
them.
heat when you? Yeah,
What's
Matt,
that?
I saw his. You want to see a plumbing nightmare? Go to Matt Olson's house and look at his system he set up. He's got solar. It's unbelievable. What an array of just everything. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I believe it.
What do you heat with, Mick?
We got a combi boiler, so it's a gas boiler, and it sits idle. And as soon as you turn the hot tap on, it just fires straight on up. Or turn the heating on. It's a combi boiler. It's sort of heating on demand. As soon as you hit the old tap or the radiator thermostat, it just comes on up. So yeah, it's a combi gas boiler.
Mm-hmm.
Really effective, really quick, really cheap. Plus I have solar panels on my roof as well. So as long as we're careful in the summer, we get free gas and electric for about 8 months of the year. And then in the winter, of course, where there's no sun, we get a little bill. Not a lot. It's not too bad. The solar panels definitely make a difference. Big difference.
Yeah, if I told you what I paid for electric and oil's cheap now. I just got to fill up $1.50 a gallon, so I can't complain right now about oil. But most people aren't working, so they can't afford to pay for it, whatever it is. So,
Yeah.
But the heating season's over basically, so we'll see. Pete Frau says his boiler runs 30 weight oil.
Hiya, Pete. How you doing, buddy?
Will's Garage, 2-pipe steam. Yep, I had an apartment I rented with steam heat. We had always had to keep the sight glass full of water, if otherwise you would have burnt up the boiler.
Yeah.
So I remember that. But so what else is going on, everybody? Anything?
Not a lot. Well, I'm hoping to get my ass home and then get my head down for another couple of hours and back up again, and then I should be back on my day shift for tomorrow. Get in the old workshop and get some more mowers done, because people are crying out for mowers because they're at home, obviously, and they've obviously lost their lawn care guys because of the restrictions. So people having to cut their own lawns. So I'm selling.
That's always
machines.
funny.
Well,
That's
I think
it's funny watching people cut their lawns and never done it before.
Well, funnily enough, I had a Chinese man turn up today for a mower. I don't think he's ever owned a petrol mower in his entire life. He'd be ringing me back tomorrow saying it don't start because he ain't got no petrol in it or something like that. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you have
Now,
to watch
Mick,
them.
tomorrow night, would you get a call saying come in, or how does that work with your work?
Say again, Ken.
Would you get a call, say tomorrow, sometime saying Nick, come on in tonight, or how does that work with your work?
I literally, I'm cancelled tonight, so I'm back out tomorrow night. So I'm permanently nights, but because I'm cancelled now and it's only 11 o'clock, I've got the opportunity to get back into bed, try and sleep, and get my body back into a day mode again, just for sort of 14 hours, and then I'll be back out again tomorrow night. Yeah.
Hey Ed, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great, guys.
Hey Mick, how long have you done night shift?
So it's sort of jumping in between shifts, you know.
Yeah, I did night shift for 3 years when I started with my current company, and I tell you, my body's still not 100%. There's times when I see the sun out.
Off and on 18.
I'm going on 7 years working night.
I absolutely love nights. Absolutely adore it. It's the best thing I've ever done. Night work is fantastic.
I like it because I hate Monday nights because Monday nights you're up I'm up on weekends, so I'm up Sunday, sleep Sunday night, and then Monday and you're up all day because you slept the night, and then Monday you're up all day, and then believe me, you drag on Monday night.
Yeah, I predominantly work a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. We don't work a Friday night because that's when everyone's out down the pubs and clubs, so either transport open. So I do a Monday to Thursday, and then if there's no weekend shifts, I then don't work again until the following Monday night. So technically, I get half a week off a week. You know,
that's nice.
But it can screw you up if you're working a Monday to Thursday night, and then you work a Saturday night because you're not in Friday night. You're out Saturday night. You're not out Sunday night. You're back out Monday night. So you get two shifts off. But it's as Briggs said, you know, you're sort of a zombie. You're sort of dragging your heels. You don't know whether to eat, sleep, poop, or piss. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a problem.
I used to hate Sunday nights, especially if it was a holiday. You know, I'd have to, like Easter Sunday, I'd have to leave so I could go to bed so I could get back up, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But you know what it is? You know, just there's no traffic on the road. You know, No one's in a rush to get anywhere on nights. It's lovely.
Yep. But the funny thing is, all the people that worked for me when I was on third shift, they're on their phones all night, like talking to people. Who are you talking to at 2 or 3 in the morning?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Happens here too, bruv. Happens here too.
Hey, I don't.
So what's down there, Ed?
What's that?
What's going on down your end?
We're on shutdown, so or stay-at-home order. I got to work Thursday from 8 to noon, and then I'm off until they either tell us another shift to work or they lift the ban. You know,
Won't be lifting it anytime soon, Ed, buddy.
I got my driving papers.
Yeah.
I don't need those.
I got a big van. I got a big sign written van. I don't need that. All
I do is show my plastic license that says Class A. They know where I'm going.
Yeah.
They offered us a letter if we want it, telling them that we're government based and all that. So if we need it,
I got a text message about 3 hours ago from the government saying you are to stay at home, protect the NHS, protect, save lives, stay at home. So I rang my boss up and he said, "Nah, that don't apply to you, buddy. Get your ass in." I was like, "Damn it."
Yeah, I stocked my old man. I went to the store. I went to 8 different stores on Sunday. I stocked my old man up for enough for probably of meat, bread, everything for about 2 months because I'm not going over there anymore because they got people dropped. We got coronavirus going all the way through these terminals.
Yes, everywhere.
I'm not going over there with food. I told them.
No, ain't worth it. I've just set up a little group on WhatsApp just within my close. I've got a few elderly people in my close, just saying, look, you know, let's pull together. If you want a toilet roll, or if you want a box of eggs, or whatever, you know, let's share it amongst each other and help each other out best we can. Because I work nights, so by the time I get up in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, the stores are empty. You know, so I don't stand a chance. So
my father's got my father's end-stage COPD, and he's got 6 liters of oxygen. And my mother's stage 1. If I went over there and if they get it, they might as well start filling out their will and handing out their stuff because that would put them down like a dog.
Yeah, game over.
Yeah, I went over to my mom's house yesterday to go pick up some soup she made for me, and I start to walk in the door. She's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Don't come in the house." And I was like, "Okay." You know,
Hey, you can't blame her.
no,
Yeah.
70. I mean, she's 78. I mean, good health though, relatively good health. But she's a cancer survivor. You know, breast cancer and all that. So who knows? I mean, everybody's nervous. You know.
Yeah, I'm going to get
You getting those
hypnotized. I'm going to
What's
get
that?
hypnotized next Saturday to stop these damn things.
Oh yeah. You think it'll work?
It worked before, but then when my ex-wife started to puff, I started to puff.
Yeah. Now, Ed, I was asking if you did any work on those new cylinder heads yet.
No, I stayed in the house and cleaned today and was on Mix live streamer earlier, and I may go out to the shop tomorrow and do some work on some other stuff. As of right now, I think I'm just going to sit those on the shelf back because no place I can get my parts from is open. So
Oh, there they are.
they're open, but they have to ship stuff.
Mhm.
They're 35, 40 minutes away from me. I'm not going to pay $30 in shipping,
Yeah.
you know. So,
Who was that, Eddie? Was it you asking me about a 16-horse Kohler? Someone was looking for a 16-horse Kohler.
I inquired about them, but right now I've got too many irons in the fire to build another engine. You know.
I'm saying in the future, if you need anything, let me know. I probably got half a dozen of them.
All right. Yeah, down the road, I'd like to build a 50 cubic inch small single cylinder. And that's what the platform is, the 16 horse Kohler. So
I picked up a John Deere 318 today with a owning 18 horse on it.
I usually don't like owning it because the parts are so expensive, but when they run good, they run good.
This thing runs, but the guy said the training shot, it won't go forward. I think it's just low on fluid
Oh, the hydro, yeah.
because it's got oil all over the back pumpkin.
Yep.
is that one of the ones with the relief valve?
Yes.
Check out
Yeah,
relief
belt
valve.
driven. Yeah. Yeah, check the relief valves, make sure they're not leaking. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
But I
oil all
noticed
over the back pumpkin.
Yeah, the fill tube is in the back and it goes up along the back. When the fill tube cracks, sometimes it loses oil. So. There's actually a little plastic sight glass should be on that, Scott, where you can see the level inside the transmission housing, you know?
Oh, okay. I haven't looked into it yet. I just found it on the way home. That was fun getting in that truck by myself.
They're heavy. They're about 900 pounds. So,
I got one. I use a cable ratchet strap. You know, the old cable come-alongs.
come along, yep.
And I got up there and I almost lost it the last second. It fit on the truck. I got an 8-foot bed. Thank God. I've been hunting for a new truck for the last 6 months because my truck's 25 years old almost, and I can't find an 8-foot bed.
Yeah.
And
I
I
tell you
buy
that,
brand new.
You're probably looking for used, knowing the way you are. You're talking about used and all that, but and not for nothing, but because of what's going on here with the dealers offering 0% for up to like 7-8 years, it's crazy. You know, good time to buy if you're in the market. You know,
I don't want to buy new because it'd be just my luck. They'd shut down everything and I'd have no money.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why they're doing it. They're looking to entice us as best they can, you know.
I mean,
So I said,
I got
said to my wife,
12 grand.
Yep. I said to my wife the other day, I said, she's not getting a paycheck because paraprofessional has to work with the kids. And if they can't work with the special needs kids, they're not going to get paid. They can't do it virtually. So I said to her, I said, well, thankfully, over the past year or so, we've bankrolled a little bit just as a slush fund. So, thankfully, if it's 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, we'll be okay. It's nice to have a little bit of cushion, and and the small engine where Mick, you could attest to this. Nice to have that little extra stash in the back,
I wouldn't know anything about that, Ken. I don't earn any money out of my side business. It's just literally I do it all for nothing.
It feels that way sometimes. It really does.
Yeah, I've had a mega productive season so far. I mean, the season's been open about 3.5 weeks, and I've not stopped. It's been manic. In fact, I'm now out on mowers. I've got about 4 mowers left, which I've got to get to work on today or tomorrow. And apart from that, I'm out. So I need to get on the hunt, go and find some.
It looks like the grass is growing pretty good over there, Mick.
The grass has not stopped growing all year. We've not had one decent frost. We've not had no snow. It's been lovely.
How long you been cutting? A couple months, or I mean?
No. I did my first cut. 2 weeks ago. Because you shouldn't cut too early anyway. The grass over here won't tolerate it being cut in the winter. So it's growing now, though. It's definitely growing now.
Here comes Mr. Pate. If it gets too crowded, someone may have to chime out.
Well, I mean, if it gets too noisy, Ken, feel free to dump Jason in the basement.
I think I had enough of you two today. What were you, 4 hours?
How you doing? Well, saying that, my luck, someone gets guided
I can't.
today.
Why is everything so laggy?
Yeah, Henry made me famous the other day. I see.
Who was it? Oh yeah.
My thing is frozen. I can't.
I said Henry made me famous.
Yeah, someone reported my live stream today, and it
we lost Jason.
got deleted from YouTube. Apparently.
Uh-oh.
Oh, losing
Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, I
can
can hear
hear
you.
you.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear everybody.
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, I've lost
Okay.
Ken.
Here goes.
Ken's
Yep, there's
coming back.
Ken.
All right.
Oh,
Listen,
he's
all right.
back again.
No, I got a message from StreamYard saying bad connection, but it looks like it's pretty good. I don't know. You still on here, Mick? Oh, I don't know if Mick can hear me. Can you hear me, Ed? Scott?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, Mick's picture's frozen, so I'm just wondering if
That's probably he probably going through a dead zone because he said he was going through one.
okay. Yeah, 'cause I see his face. Hey Stanley, what's going on? But yeah, Matt Olson was saying the other day, once we hit 5 or 6 people, it gets kind of choppy depending on the connection. So I don't know, some days it works great, some days it doesn't. I was listening to Mick this morning as well, and then my boss walks in and I'm listening on my phone. So I flipped the phone over, had the headphone in, and he's looking at me like, what are you listening to? And I didn't want to tell him, but interesting chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some work to do pretty soon here. As soon as it warms up, we got 28 degrees here now. I ain't doing nothing.
We're in the 40s here now, so
Yeah, it's supposed to be 60s the rest of the week.
yep. Ken froze again.
I got my fertilizer guys out now.
Fertilizer, mole catchers.
No, I take their. People might think I'm crazy, but I take their dog manure, put it in my flower beds, and then cover it with mulch.
Yeah.
Good fertilizer. Believe me, these guys can produce.
Oh yeah.
All right. How's that?
I think. There you go.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it was. The StreamYard kept coming up saying the signal sucked and just kept cutting out. So we'll see. Hopefully Mick will chime back in.
Yeah, Mine was doing that the other day in the garage as soon as I started talking about how good my Wi-Fi was working.
I got 4 bars on my phone.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4 right now, but it was weird though. All of a sudden, everything started locking up. I started getting those circles. You know? So
I'm gonna work on putting my TV out in the garage tomorrow.
I tell you, I use that Roku system. I love it. I got paid $24 for it at Home Depot Wi-Fi. It's phenomenal. And you know what it is?
That's what I got.
I got. I don't get the $10 a month for each. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yep.
You don't need a cable box anymore. It's only Wi-Fi.
You guys wait a couple of weeks when it warms up. I'm gonna dig out something that'll blow your mind. I got the very first lawnmower my father gave me when I was 12 years old. To this day, 40 years ago.
Oh, push mower?
Yep, 1966. Briggs and Stratton 3.5 horse.
Not the kind with the wind up that snaps off your knuckles, is it?
No, I changed that. That I put a pull top on it, but it's got the original. I got the original mower deck and all. You can adjust all 4 wheels with one lever. It's a Gardner, like a Murray Gardner from 1966.
Wow.
Very
My
first
father,
lawnmower I
his
ever owned.
uncle was a detective. My father's uncle was a detective in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and we used to get all the stolen mowers. When no one didn't claim them, he'd give them to my father. So my father never had to buy a mower. He always got the stolen ones that no one claimed.
Yeah, ain't that funny? Someone steal a lawnmower.
Yeah. Well, I figured a quick, back then, a quick $5-10. You know what I mean? So
they stole my father's Cub Cadet. My father's Cub Cadet. They stole it.
Will's wanting to know if he can come up on the panel.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me put the stream in. Hold on. There it is. There it is. Well, connection's going to be, but everyone's welcome.
Geez, where's Henry?
Oh, don't get me started on that. I didn't know I was a bad person. Now I do.
I didn't know you're bad. He got mad. He said I was bashing him. I said he texted me and it told me he was going to get. I said, Henry, that ain't bashing. I was just giving constructive criticism. You can't take it.
Well, we call it joshing. When you josh with someone, and like I said, I have the utmost respect for him. I love his channel. I love what he does. I just made a comment about the mechanical whatever. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, no, I'm a hater. So, whatever. People.
I'm not a hater.
Now, people that know me know I'm a good guy. So, no big deal. Anyway. Hey, if James Faust is on still, Matthew just went on, Matthew Olson, with his stream. So I'll be on for a few more minutes, but basically any of the guys here that love Maddie's stream can go over to Maddie's as well. What's up, Will?
Hey, what's up, Ken?
What are you working on? I saw you had something over there.
Couple of steel combi units, and then you also gave me an FS100 to look at, as well as a Shindawa.
Ah, Shindawa.
It's like you guys say, domo arigato,
Yes.
Let me just flip the camera so you can see.
Now, is that for, customers, Will, or what?
Oh, yeah, friend who's customer of mine. So I've known him for a long time. He's a customer of where I work for. But then, when I started going off, doing the small stuff on the side, he started bringing me his stuff. And he does, he's a self-employed landscaper.
Okay.
So he got his KM85 powered head here, which it's just dumping fuel out of the exhaust, and I think I went through the carburetor on it last year for him, as well as a new coil. So I put a new carb on it, and you know,
them shouldn't do us. They're not a bad little bit of kit.
Got a KM90 that the thing was idle and really funny, and I ended up finding it's got leaky intake gaskets. Got a gasket kit coming for it.
That's a combi?
A KM90. Got the long reach hedge trimmer on it.
Those are nice, but pricey.
Yeah, and there's now I guess that was a ding machine. I guess there's stuff with the. I haven't looked at it yet.
I'm getting
Hey, Will, do you
feedback
have
my end.
the yard on at the same time? Because if you do,
Yeah, I'll get
you
some
have
feedback.
to use the YouTube.
And then
when
there's the
when you're
FS100 again. I still got to look at that one.
When you're on StreamYard, you have to shut off the YouTube portion of it because it'll double feedback.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback my end.
Echo, 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 echo.
Echo, 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 echo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my YouTube shut off. Let me just double check.
It seems to,
Yeah, we were
it seems
just
to have gone
now
now.
it sounds okay. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
gone
for the
now.
first 2 minutes, you get an echo. Yeah.
Better?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's better.
Okay.
Them old Shindoers, they're not a bad bit of kit. I've had quite a few of them in.
They're a little pricey too. Yeah.
They are, but do you know what? They are a good semi-professional bit of kit. Them Shindoers, you know. For what they are, they're not bad at all.
Yeah, we don't have many people service those in our area. Probably one dealer in a 25-mile radius.
Yeah.
And then I had this little Ryobi come in this afternoon.
Oh, you can throw that straight.
This morning. And
The Ryobi, you can throw straight out in the bin. Chuck it straight in the bin.
it actually took me about it took me about 30 seconds to diagnose it. It's got a dirty carb, so once I'm done going through the trimmers, I'll go on to that.
You see, that's your issue. Is you took you 30 seconds to diagnose a Ryobi. It takes me 10 seconds. I just throw it straight in the trash.
But it does have a nice Honda on it, though.
Yeah, that makes up for about 10% of it, but they're still horrendous. In fact, I'd rather work on a Tecumseh than a Ryobi. And that's saying something.
Tecumseh rock.
That's saying a lot.
Tecumseh, I'll tell you something. Tecumseh, you can shove it straight up your ass. It's not happening.
Why? What's wrong with? You know, I've always. What is wrong with Tecumseh?
If you're going to start talking rubbish now, you can just leave. They're crap. They're crap, and we know it.
Well, you figure, Scott, Tecumseh's mostly snow engines, or they used to be, and mixed part of the world doesn't really get that. So they're not really
crap.
good, real motor engines.
You know something,
per
Mick?
se.
I could go over to my father's house now, and he uses a 1972 Tecumseh 3-horsepower push mower that'll outstart a brand new Honda. One pull. Don't burn any oil. And we gotta understand something though. My father's a journeyman maintenance machinist.
My first pulling engine was a Tecumseh 12 horse. An HH 120.
No one's impressing me.
Yeah, but 1972, that mower's almost 50 years old. That ain't impressive. A 50-year-old lawnmower that still starts. It has the old toe shut off where you have to put your foot on the carburetor, the spark plug to short it out. No throttle. 1972. He bought a brand new.
Toe shut off. Toe underneath.
I'm sure Ken remember. You remember the 72 flood that dominated this area?
Ken froze again.
No.
We had a flood in that. Yeah, we had a flood up here in 72. And it flooded Chemung County, New York State, down near PA. That lawnmower was underwater during the 72 flood. And he's still mowing with it 50 years later. Just saying, they ain't that bad.
My first mower when I bought my house in 1990 was a Tecumseh 3-horse, Eager, they call them Eager 1. And that thing, the only reason I got rid of it is because a friend of mine needed a mower. And at 25 years old, still ran like new. I gave it to him.
Yeah, ain't that amazing?
As long as you keep oil in them.
Now, that's an old style lawnmower you used the non-detergent 30 weight.
Yeah,
And
it wasn't old.
And don't spin them over.
I've got
RPM.
I've got a Tecumseh in my shed. Do you know that thing does not burn 1 ounce of oil? Not a thing.
So
Do you know
says
why?
something good about him.
No.
You don't run it.
No. Do you know why? It don't bloody start. That's why I don't burn no oil.
Well, we got to teach
Buy a
Mick how to fix
carburetor.
something.
I'm not
Buy a
investing.
carburetor.
I'm not investing in Tecumseh. It's against the rules. You can keep it. Made in America. Let's make America good again. Keep your Tecumseh.
You know something?
Go on, brother.
You know something though? You buy an aftermarket carburetor for less than $10 and it'll run like new.
The thing is,
Mick will
The
like
thing
the
is-
Tecumseh the day after he organizes his toolbox.
you can keep them. I tell you something. You can keep it. You're not remotely interested in me in buying a Tecumseh carburetor. It's not happening.
I've had great success with them.
Well, you must be either a
The
wizard
Chinese
or
carbs, I
sorcerer.
have 50-50.
You know, it's
You
one
know,
of those
the only
things.
thing I
Either
find
love them
Chinese
or hate
carbs-
them. There is no in between.
The
So
Chinese
that-
carbs, I find after 6 months, if you're using ethanol fuel, you got to watch it because the insides, you don't know what they're made of,
The problem is, in my opinion, with a Tecumseh carburetor, the biggest problem is they, for what I use and for the mowers that I run, they have a very poor priming assembly. They're just not very good at priming. That's
They
the
made like
problem.
3 different assemblies for that mower.
Yeah.
And most
It's
of them
a
have the
priming,
Walbro
that's the issue.
LMP carburetor. It's a great car.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you a piece. I'm gonna give you a tip how to fix. I can tell you how to fix a Tecumseh.
Well, I've been doing my job for about 20 years, and I still ain't figured it out, brother. So if you got a tip on how to fix Tecumseh, I'm all ears.
No. You know how my father made his start so good? He took a Tecumseh snowblower carburetor, the snowblower carburetor. Okay.
Yeah.
He took the summer carburetor and tossed it away because their summer ones are junk.
Yeah.
He took the air filter box, the part you need to hook your air filter on, put that on the winter carburetor, drill the hole in the pull top, and put a primer like they have on the snowblower
There you
on
go.
the push mower. Start up on
There
the
you go.
first pull every time.
It is a priming assembly. That's where the issue is. Always has been.
Put a winter carburetor on it and use a winter style primer bulb, and it'll
Yeah.
work perfect.
And that's because of a colder temperature, of course, and the more fuel that's required. That makes perfect sense.
Winter prime is a
way,
lot
you-
better because it squirts right out.
Exactly. That's why he used the winter primer, with the hose.
Yeah.
And if you look at Tecumseh's, the Tecumsehs from 72, they went from 72 to 74, and then they put on the one right directly on the carburetor. After that, the Eager ones had the primer on the top, and those was the snowblower style primer system, and they started on a dime.
I still ain't doing one.
Hey,
I I'm only playing. You know, I invested a couple of years ago in a ultrasonic cleaner, and that improves the carburetors 80%. 80%.
Oh, I understand.
What do you
know,
use?
Nick?
I
just use pure old hot water out of the kettle and just normal dish soap. That's all I ever use. I never use any chemicals or anything like that apart from just plain old dish soap. Get good results every time. I'm not into buying this chemical stuff and at 30 pounds a litre and all that old crap. It's just pure old dish soap, plenty of hot water, and a half hour, 15 minutes each side, good to go.
I use Pine Sol.
I use green in mine.
I'm still getting a bit of feedback my end. You're not getting any feedback. It's just me.
Yeah, Will, what do you use? Mean Green?
I hear you.
Simple.
No,
Simple green, he said.
Yep. Oh, we lost
I
Nick
use,
again. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. Yep. We're getting a lot of feedback,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm going to
gotta
head
go to
over to
work
Matthew. All right, Scott, be safe. Everybody be safe. Hopefully we'll all have, maybe we'll see you all tomorrow.
See ya.
Yep.
Take care, all. See you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for showing up.